Hello everybody. I just want to let all of you know an update and a review of my opinion and my thoughts on Mountain Monsters Season 8, episode Huckleberries Monster. Now, since early this morning, or sometime early in the day, me and my wife decided we wanted to watch Mountain Monsters Season 8, Huckleberries Monster. Well, for some reason, and leave it down in the comments and see if it's like a coincidence. All day long, anytime that we would go and play the new episode, it would say error, and it would be like a number and a letter dash 4 numbers. Video cannot be played, but you could play the episode prior to the new episode. That is not what I could understand. We decided to start the bloodbath in the woods. Well, we watched it from the beginning to the end, and then exactly when it counted down the seconds to starting the new episode of Huckleberries Monster, it would buffer, spinning around, and boom, right back the way it was prior to us watching the previous episode to the new episode. So, I don't know if it's something that's been going on with Discovery Plus. I don't know. I don't think I'm the only one out there. But if I'm not the only one, let me know down in the comments what you had to do to resolve the issue. My wife contacted Discovery Plus. They sent an email back to my wife saying for me to turn off the TV for a couple minutes, plug it back in, and that should reboot everything. It should work. Well, I unplugged the TV. I ended up unplugging more in the TV because I was trying to find the right cord because it was in a surge protector. So I ended up unplugging the router and everything else. Finally, I found the TV. When I plugged everything else back in, left the TV unplugged for 7 minutes. Plugged it back in, and it was the same thing, error. And we just couldn't understand it at all. I reinstalled, I deleted it, and reinstalled it back. I did everything. Nothing. Now, about Huckleberries Monster episode on Mountain Monster Season 8. It was a cliffhanger. It was a knock out of the park. Everything. It was amazing. However, remember when the Ames team went to Trapper's daughter's house, Laura, and she revealed that she was having a son, and then gave this box that had a bunch of collectibles that belonged to her dad. Well, in the episode, Huckleberry decided to put on the brakes. He sat around the campfire and he discussed about his story back in 1968 when he was only 14 years old, and telling about a dog that his uncle and dad had. They got attacked by the Grafton Monster, and it was just how they found the blood trail when they heard about the dog yubbing. Went from that to, in Trapper's journal, he told Buck to turn to the first page and read out loud. And he read what the Pathfinder was. There's both a wrong and a right path. A right and wrong path. And when Huckleberry turned that box around, there's a peeled the paper up. There was the Pathfinder symbol, just like in Trapper's Journal. Buck held Trapper's Journal up to the box, and it was identical. A couple eyewitnesses. The last eyewitness that they spoke to were talking about teenagers. Even though he put up no trespassing signs, you know how teenagers out there ignore after giving told not to, so to speak, told not to come on the property. Not all teenagers, but some out there that don't want to listen. Well, they were out on a hunt. Huckleberry and Buck was out. And here comes some four-wheelers. Now back where they made the blinds, there was a total of 4 four-wheelers. 2 of them happened to be down where Jeff and Willie was in the blind. Buck and Huckleberry was further up in the woods, and there was 2 other guys, and they fired 3 shots. So in Appalachia, in the Appalachian Mountains, if you hear 3 gunshots, that means that somebody's lost. So Buck, handing his shotgun to Huckleberry, told him how for the past 17, 18 years, he's worked in juvenile detention as a security guard or officer. So he went up being totally respectful, out of respect. He was wanting to help these 2 guys find their lost friend. Come to find out, it was the dog. They all came around Buck. The guy was shining a flashlight, and you know how when you get a flashlight, how you can go from low to high and it flickers? He had it on the flicker mode, flashing it in Buck's eyes. Buck kept telling him to get it out of his face, and a fist fight happened. All of a sudden, it got out of control so bad that Huckleberry told the cameraman to stay back. The cameraman insisted that he wanted to follow. Huckleberry verbally got louder and said, "Stay here." He went and tackled the guy, and boom, this is where it was the cliffhanger. It went off with the credits coming up. So, the next episode on Mountain Monster Season 8 is Trapper's birthday, where they will pay their respects to Trapper on Trapper's birthday. So make sure you check that out as well next Sunday night. Well, that is all for now. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.